Hello, my Smiley Scribbles. It's Smiley, and welcome to, I think, my last short video of Subnautica 2 for a while. I'm gonna try to wait about either 6 months, hell, maybe even a year. If I can wait out a year and come back to this game, I'd be very happy, because then a whole bunch of stuff will be added. Hopefully a lot of the stuff is polished. But I wanted to go into what, I'm gonna start with what's bad about the game and what I think needs adjusting. I've never played a Subnautica game before. Never. I played Subnautica 2 on, like, I think my PS4 for like 15 minutes. The fucking Reaper Leviathan roared at me, and then I stopped playing another stuff game because these fucking games terrify the shit out of me. I got into this because Crafton's a bunch of dickheads, and that's the only reason. That's the only reason I bought the game, because Crafton was being pricks. That's it. And I was like, alright, let's try it out. But anyway, I loved it, but I want to start with what's bad. Building. I have built so much shit. I built this aquarium. I built the Pinar base. I built the hammerhead. I built my little secret tunnels. They go all the way over here. But the building is the most frustrating shit sometimes. It's so finicky. It's so, like, you gotta get it perfect, or, like, some of the features don't work, especially with the subtracting. So I'm hoping that they fix that. I'm sure they will. They've already released an update. I think these devs will be amazing when it comes to those updates. A lot of the time, sometimes when I was deconstructing stuff and trying to move shit, it would say, has attachments, cannot deconstruct. And even though I made sure everything was deconstructed, all the hatches, everything inside, it was still like, can't deconstruct. Luckily, they have a refund base option, which has helped tremendously with some of those things. Another thing that's kind of bugged, and I'm not sure if it's still bugged. I haven't checked. I haven't built another one. But where is it? Hold on. The half-round room. If you attach one half-round room with another half-round room, and I think if you add glass is when it fucks up. I think if you add glass, it will not let you deconstruct the fucking thing. And then you gotta refund it, and it's a whole pain in the ass. So hopefully they fix that also. I'm sure they will. I would love a height scroller, because, hold on, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Because it's easier to see than it is to talk about. So, say I wanted to put this down here, right? I can't adjust the height without moving the camera, but I can rotate it. Right, so it'd be nice if it had, like, I don't know, like some buttons to go back and forth, like Q and E or something, to like move it like toward you or away from you. That way you could build like really far without having to fuck with your camera too much. You could be like this, and then you could, like, say you wanted to move it all the way over here, you could do that without, you know, having to adjust your camera, because sometimes it's real awkward trying to do that. So, at least to me. This is all just suggestions. I'm not a professional anything. I'm not a dev. I'm not a professional game tester. None of that. I think, like, Q and E would be awesome for, like, moving it to, like, height, like, away from you or toward you, you know? I like the scroll wheel for the rotation. Sometimes the rotating is weird, because it'll do, like, odd angles. It'll be like, oh, this. Oh, this. Oh, you can't rotate it anymore. It'll go straight to this. And it's like, I don't know why. It's sometimes like that. I don't know what that is. But that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about, like, a height adjuster. I was thinking Q and E just because they're easy buttons to press, especially if you're placing stuff. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not anything. I talked about rotation angles. And I talked about the height. Cool. That's all I have for, like, building. That's all I think that was really bad with building. Everything else is pretty simple, pretty nice. I love the power. I love everything else. I like the glass. I like, oh, the ladders. Actually, these ladders can sometimes be in the most awkward places. I would like a disable snapping, because some of these things have, like, disable snapping. Like, actually, I think it's just, where's it at? I think it's these. Yeah, they have disable snapping, so see how it snaps on the floor? It doesn't snap anymore. Boom, you can move it anywhere. I would love that for the ladders, so I can move them more, like, centered than anything, because sometimes they're weird when you're placing those. it's odd. I know little things. I'm sure they'll fix some of this stuff. These are just my suggestions. But besides that, wonderful game. I haven't had any issues. No performance issues for me. I got like a 2080 and it runs pretty well. Y'all saw my some of you saw my aquarium video. You saw how much flashing lights we had in here. You saw how many little flashing dudes we had in here. They're gone now. I don't know where they went. They escaped through this little hole. Oh, walls. It would be nice if they had walls that you could put on the outside instead of having to build like a room. Oh, that's another thing. Actually, yeah. You can't adjust. Oh, I wish I could. Oh, I can actually show you. Hold on. You can't adjust the room. See, you can subtract the room inward, right? What I would love is if you could subtract down or adjust the room's height without having to place it first. Like if I could put this down, if I could use scroll wheel to make it like skinnier or larger, like maybe scroll wheel for like skinnier, fatter, and then like Q and E for like more in, more out, you know what I mean? Like if I use Q to go in, Q to come out, you know what I mean? And then scroll wheel for like thick or fat, because you can't do that, and it'd be nice if you could. That way you can place the room in smaller spaces, and I'm sure they probably do that so you can't build in tunnels and stuff like that. I just like building freedom, that's all. And then so some problems that I heard, and the only one I've seen on like social media, is people want to kill the fishies. I don't really get that, because you have Chum. Please buff Chum. I love Chum. I like feeding the fishies. It doesn't work on them, but you know. But you have so many things in this game. You got the sonic cannon. You got the lightning. You got so much stuff. I don't know. Maybe people just want to axe the fishies to death. I don't know.
Welcome aboard.
I don't get why everyone's making a fuss about it. It's weird to me. It's like, whatever. You basically torture these fishies, so, and they try to eat you. I think it's more fun that you can't kill them, because they're always a threat. I like horror games / other games where there's something that's always a threat. So that was something weird that I see a lot on like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I don't get it, but I've never played a Subnautica game before. I started playing Subnautica 1, and you can kill the fishes in Subnautica 1. But it's like, it doesn't do anything there either. It's like they're food. They just decompose faster if you do that. I don't know. And you can shove them into like a bioreactor, which is real fucked up. You can shove a live fish into a bioreactor. So, that's just something weird for me. And then, alright, now on to my favorite part. I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was really it's one of the most terrifying games I've ever played. And it's also one of the most relaxing games I've ever played. I really like the building. I like that it takes enough materials to where you have to go out and collect some stuff and actually like be prepared. But I built like that. Pinar's a big base, Hammerhead's a big base. This is kind of a big building, I want to say. And you can reasonably collect a lot of this stuff, no problem, without exploits. I'm on survival mode. It's not that crazy. I built some like dive things down there. It's really nice. A lot of the stuff they have in the game is really nice, really convenient. I always love the locker. It pulls your inventory from your lockers. I would love if they could pull inventory from the big storage, from the haul chassis. It's over there. I'm not gonna show you. Oh yeah, Redacted's over here because I fucked up my little tunnels. So, but it would be nice if you could pull from both like the little storages and the big storages in the haul. I think you can if you park it. I'm not quite sure. I haven't tested that out too much. I like the food. I like the water. It's just threatening enough to where you have to go out and get food, but it's not like constant. And I got one of these perks that makes it to where water is awesome. and I get double the water from one little slushy dude. So it's really convenient and really nice. And then all I gotta worry about is food, and food's everywhere because I can eat all the fishies. So, yeah, great game, fantastic early access. I like the story. I like learning about the aliens. That's why I started playing Subnautica 1, because I want to see what they did with that story, and then when I complete that game, I can compare it to Subnautica 2 when it gets more developed. So some stuff I want added, mostly for late game, is like vehicle farming. Like I want a cannon on the tadpole. I think that'd be sick, especially with people who have friends. I think it'd be really fun to have like a gunner seat, but for like the sonic blaster, and you'd have like one person up here, one person driving, and y'all could just boom, 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 go get a bunch of shit and put it in your hauler. I think that'd be really fun. They made farming really fun in this game. I love this thing so much. It's my favorite. I freaked them out. The fish are so good too. They all like do different interactions and all this other stuff, and I can't wait to see what else they add into this game. Most of the threats are pretty fucking scary and annoying, so you gotta watch out for them. But yeah. Overall, Subnautica 2, fantastic game. I hope they implement some of the stuff I was talking about, a lot of the building stuff, because I think the building was the most annoying part for me. Just the building. I didn't have a problem with the creatures. I didn't have a problem with anything of that. I carried flares around. I had chum. I had the electrocute. I had the sonic cannon. I mean, I think there's so many ways to tell the little fuckers to piss off, but that's just me. Anyway, hope you guys have been enjoying Subnautica 2. I'm going to be making short Subnautica 1 videos for a bit. And like I said, I want to try to not play for about 6 months. That way I can come back and do a lot of content. And I think that'll be really fun. And if I can really resist, I'm going to try to wait a year. That way there's a fuck ton of shit for me to do. And I gotta catch up on all the Subnautica stories and all that. And I gotta fucking explore, make bases there, do some stuff. Thank you guys for watching. This has been a fantastic fucking game. And I will see y'all in my next short. Farewell.